Cancer, I'm hearing, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to go left or right. Are you dealing with a 2 or a Libra? I don't know, but I'm hearing, like, I don't know whether to go over to there or over to there or over to you, Matthew. And tomorrow I'm going to be, someone could be, like, have a personality disorder. Because, like, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be this person. And then actually tomorrow I'm going to be someone completely and utterly different. So I don't know if it's very difficult for you to, like, try and get on with a person at the moment because their personality keeps changing all of the time, or their mood keeps changing all the time. Like, one day I feel like this, and then the next day I feel awful or terrible, or unless it's a cold or the flu. I don't know, but I'm definitely picking up, like, 5 energies, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, that kind of stuff, and I'm picking up, like, okay, one day I feel okay, and the next minute I don't, or, like, okay, you feel all right now, and you're talking to someone, you're like, okay, you feel good? How you feeling? How you feeling? And you're like, yeah, no, everything's going really well, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like, the next day it's like, hold on a minute, I thought everything was all right, you know, no, there isn't, everything isn't all right, and you're like, fuck, bruv, what do you mean it isn't? I thought it was all right, you know, and because I can see this argument that, well, this argumentative energy that's in your reading, Cancer, and says you can take anybody out the fucking hat that you like, Cancer, right? But, yeah, I definitely keep picking up that, like, they keep saying that one day I'm okay, the next minute I'm not okay. 1 minute I'm alright, the next minute I'm not alright, okay? And then you kind of like, well, two fucking rights don't make a wrong. Like, if you're right and I'm right, well, that isn't wrong, is it? And you're like, well, it might be wrong. And you're like, no, that isn't wrong. Like, 2 rights, do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, man, this is so confusing. Like, 1 minute you're okay, the next minute you're not. So is it like, I don't know, ADHD, or is it personality disorder, or is it just a complex that you have with this person where you argue fucking all of the time, and 1 minute they're okay, and then the next minute they're not okay. And then you're like, Jesus Christ, bruv, I can't do anything right. You know, I really could be dealing with like a Pisces or a 3. I was saying about PPD, which is like, if I say this, that's wrong. If I say that, that's wrong. If I don't say anything at all and I don't notice the fact that you're not alright, that makes it even fucking worse. Like, I think that whatever you say to whatever this energy is coming up for you, like I said, take any person you want, just don't shoot the messenger. It's a message, that's all. Then we look into your tarot. You can watch this as a life path 7 or a Cancerian, okay, or 2 life paths that add to a 7, okay, together. 2 life paths, add them together. If it's 7, watch this reading, okay. But like, you know, if I go left and I say this, if I say no, for instance, that's wrong. Of course it is, because you said no. But if I said yes, that's not good enough, right? So it's that energy of feeling pigeonholed, being boxed into, like, squeezed into, like, a decision to make it, and then when you do, that's wrong. So when I make a decision, whichever way I do, it's wrong. Like, I can't make a decision at the moment. I can't say yes, and I can't say no, and I can't say this right, and whether I say yes, that's wrong. No, fuck, man. Your energy is really confusing me, Cancerian, or Life Path 7s. Anything else that's fucking discombobulated? Bob, the name Bob, or Rob, or Robin, or Robert? I don't know, but like, the sense that equivotably makes none. Y'all got to be dealing with a nun or Libra. I don't know. But like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know, you're really not, like, what you're saying isn't making any... See, 7, do you not get this all the time being a life path... Any of you guys out there that are Cancerians, are you also a life path 7? Right. I'm hearing that somebody questions your reality like a 7 of Cups. It's probably a 5, maybe. But, like, they question your reality like a 7 of Cups, right? They're like, are you sure you're okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean, am I all right? You're like, well, you know, you're acting very weird. It's as if something's not right. And you're like, bruv, stop questioning me all the time. It's not the fucking Spanish Inquisition. Am I all right? Do I look ill? If I'm ill, then obviously I'm not fucking all right because I'm physically being sick and I'm ill. But somebody likes to question the other person's reality to say, there is something not right about you. You're acting very odd. You're acting very suspicious. You're actually, are you okay? And you're like, yes, I'm fine. What is not fine about that I'm okay? Stop keep asking me if I'm alright. Yeah, but are you sure? And you're like, oh, Jesus, bruv. Don't ask me, am I sure? Like, you know, unless your name's Gary or Tina, I'm sure. Then, sure. Unless, just sure to be sure. Someone from Ireland also. Right? But someone likes to question other people's reality. And as soon as you get there, they're like, yeah, but are you sure? And you're like, yes, that's why I said yes. I said yes, didn't I? Yeah, but are you sure that you mean yes? Fuck if I said it. I mean yes. So someone loves to get in... Even I'm getting tongue-tied. You gotta be dealing with a Pisces tied up. Like, fuck. Bruv. Like someone plays these plagued games of like 1 minute they're okay, right? They're all right, and you're like, oh, they're all right. We're having a really good day, and you go out and you have a good day and you have a good experience, and then the next day they change, and you're like, bruv, this has got to be David Banner, surely, fucking Incredible Hulk. You were all right, and all of a sudden you're turning green. Are you all right? No, Ralph. I feel sick. Are you all right? No. Do I look it? But unless you are ill, I don't know. But it's kind of like one day you're okay and everything is brilliant, right? You're great, everything. I mean, this could really be like a flu or a cold that you end up getting, right? Sorry if you do. But like 1 minute somebody here in this energy is okay, right? And then you're going out, you're talking, everything's fine. The next day they change from Jackal to Hyde. Jackie, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmin, Jack, Jackson, your son, okay, Putchie involved. But also, like, if you say something, they change their... This person's got a personality disorder of some kind. Like, their personality changes from okay to not okay. And then they question the other person by not being okay of why you've got a 3 of a not here, which is a Piscean involved. And, like, you're okay this day, and then the next day you're not okay. And then the next day you're going through whatever it was that... Man, y'all got narc up in here somewhere, surely, that's controlling you to make you feel like you're not all right. Like questioning your reality, questioning if you're okay or not when you are. Like that's gaslighting. That's making another person feel as if something's wrong when it possibly isn't. If this has gone on for a lifetime, man, someone's fucked here. Like, I don't know. Like, fuck, I can't work out my head from my arsehole. I can't work out if you're all right or if you're in. And then when I say that I'm fine, you think that I'm not fucking alright when I am alright. It's got to be Groundhog Day. You've got to be dealing with a 5. You could also be dealing with a Libra. But like, you've also got to be dealing with that 5. Sagittarius placement, Taurus placement. Questioning one's reality of a 5. Are you okay? Because you look ill. Okay, yeah, but and then they have abandonment issues. Oh, you're going to leave me now because I told you something was wrong. It isn't wrong. It fucking wasn't in the first place, Tyrone. I didn't say anything was wrong. Yeah, but you're leaving me. Yeah, because you've just been gaslighting the fuck out of me. No, but no, I told you something was wrong. And you're like, bruv, I am going to rip your fucking head off and shit down your neck in a minute. So someone here is getting really fucking annoyed with the other person questioning whether they're actually okay. Now, if someone's physically showing signs of turning like David Banner, unless they're called Dave, but like, you know, they're like, you're going green. You're like, yeah, that means I'm fucking ill, bruv, because I'm throwing up everywhere. Okay, so if they say, are you okay? No, I'm ill. Oh, brilliant. I'll leave you alone then because you're ill. Right. But then when you say, okay, I can't have anything to do with it at the moment because I'm ill. No, you're going to leave me. No, bruv, I'm sick. I don't know what the hell is... hell? Is it something to do around a Capricorn or a Gemini? 6. The hell is going on? Helga. I keep hearing the name Helga. Helga? Guthrie? Governs? The governor of the state. The governor of your state. Is there a lot of restrictions around money and stuff like that? Is it all COVID related and sort of like people that work at hospitals and so on and so forth and like getting the flu and getting the cold and like having some time off work and all of that kind of thing, right? And like then people getting like very like oh god, I'm having some time off work and I'm ill. I don't know. Oh, that's a stressful channeled message there, Cancerian, so I can't give you any kind of stuff. So if you just found the channel, you can skip past them anytime you like, but a lot of people like it, okay? Some newcomers don't. So you just have to skip through the reading. Okay, so let's see. So, Cancerian. So what have they got going on this week, please, for Cancer? What have they got going on, please? Cancerian. Ooh, there. Somebody's knocking at your door. Someone's ringing your bell. Ring my bell. Ring, ring. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. So you could be watching Paul McCartney and stuff like that. You could be dealing with JDS Tarot. But for a lot of you, this is a Pisces and also a Life Path 9, which means a Virgo also involved and your mother involved. And you can't possibly talk to your mother. And when you do, she says, well, you're not talking to me. It's like, no, because I've got a private life, sweetheart. I cannot talk to you about things that are going on in my life. Well, why not? I want to know everything that you've got going on. Yeah, well, you might. but you're codependent. You're so attached to what I'm doing and my feelings about anything that I'm an open water sign. I'm a Pisces. I can do what I like. I might be selfish, sure, and I can express myself to who I want, whenever I want, Trevor. But if I don't want to express that to you, and I don't, then don't force me to express a feeling that is not involving you. My life does not involve you. You do not need to get involved in my relationships, in my affairs, with my children, with my kids. You do not need to know what goes on in my life. If I don't express my feelings to you, that does not mean that something is wrong. It just means that there's probably something wrong with you, right? Don't say that whatever you do, whoever's watching, right? But this is also around family here. Whatever I say is fucking wrong. If I don't express my feelings, that does not mean that something is wrong with me. It just means that I don't want to tell you. I don't want to talk about it, right? So this hugely came up in Gemini/Capricorn reading. Sixes, majorly, because there were paradox energies there. Soul group people of third energies. You will have to be a part of my Patreon if you want to learn anything. You might not want to. I don't know. It's up to you, but I can't go over it. But it was majorly in that reading. Okay. Same cards, same story, same representation and feeling. Okay. I do not want to express my feelings to you. Yes, but you're getting. Yeah, but I'm not. You're not getting in my way. It's just that you just ask me questions that I don't want to indulge in. Like I really could be dealing with Scorpio, like myself in the rising, right? Scorpio energy. They'll take that very personally. If you ask them a really personal question, you're like, man, I haven't got time. Don't ask me the question that makes me feel uncomfortable. Because when you do, I haven't got time for you because you're asking questions that I don't want to tell you. That does not mean force more out of me. It means stop. Look. Listen. Felicia, I do not want to tell you that. So don't ask. Don't ask me. But that is also questioning a person's reality of what goes on in their life. Is this really happening? Is that not really happening? Okay. So, it's this way that this mother has with you for a lot of you. Now, if you are mothers and you haven't got things going on in your life, then it's representing someone else's family dynamic. But at the moment, this is a strong family tie of where people are getting frustrated to shit with people divulging into an energy that cannot be met. That's why this is a 9. It represents also Virgo, because I read in code. Okay, it's like the Matrix. But like I see people as a code of number, right? So it's a 9. So it means Virgo-ish. It's the opposite energy of Pisces. But, so this is a Virgo placement somewhere, or a 9, or a mother. Moon is always a mother. Sun, father, moon, mother, right? So I can't get through to you by a 9 because I'm a 10, I'm a selfish. I come up in your energy as being selfish. I can express my feelings to whoever I want, whenever I want, whether I do or whether I don't. That is up to me. I can do what I like. Okay. A 9 in reverse. Oh no, you can't, because I'm a 9. I can't express my true emotion. Because when I do, and because I can't feel that individually, I don't get what that is when you can yours. Which means that if you're not interested in telling me your feelings and I can't connect with my own, then we can't connect at all with our feelings, with each other, because we do not get on. So you are more than likely coming up against a north and a south node. Okay. Opposites of the same. Pisces, Virgo energies also. Okay. Doesn't have to be, but it can be that. Okay. Pisces, Virgo, they're the opposite ends of the scale. Okay. So it'd be rising, like a rising Virgo, maybe. Okay. Rising Virgo, descendant Pisces. Okay. So somehow it's mismatching your energy, also astrology, but I'm not an astrology reader. I'm more code. But this is showing me what goes on in your life as parents and mothers and exes with children. But also, it's showing me what goes on in your love dynamic of what it is that when someone asks you what is going on and why can you not feed them enough, because they're a 9. They don't get to that stage of feeling that that's enough info, that that's enough feelings. Okay, you're not showing me the full extent. It's not your fault here. It's because this person is hard to please. It's hard to please. Okay. So let's see. You know, the moon in reverse or a 9 can drain you because, like, oil and water of the opposite angle of the same placement of Pisces, Virgo being directly opposite in a circle, okay, they are both completely different because oil and water do not mix. That you cannot put oil with water. Fucks it all up. That's why you get like a lava lamp or lava or Laura or Lucy or you know. But like that's why you get that, right? So you get oil and water that doesn't mix well. It doesn't mix well. It doesn't play well with others. Okay, so it likes to be left independent on one's own. Okay, when you really look at the depth of the quality of people's feelings and emotions, they like to keep them to themselves. They'll come up as a selfish because it doesn't mix well with oil. Okay, so if that's a mother, okay, that tries to indulge in your personal affairs and your life and your feelings and keep asking you to tell them about them and you don't want to, it doesn't mix. I don't play well with others, so I like to be left alone. I like to isolate myself away because we are opposite pages of the earth. Cancer. What's going on with Cancer this week, please? Or Life Path 7s. So children. So majority of you, it's a family dynamic that you got going on with the in-laws, the outlaws, and the sister-in-law and the brother-in-law. Okay, or your brother or your sister, or friends, where I just don't really want to go out and see friends because, well, one, it's flu, it's cold, it's pissing down with rain in the UK, and there's new COVID variants out there and everybody's fucking paranoid to shit. So, people, stay away from them. Right? Because why? Because they breathe or they talk shit. But majority of this is you trying to fight with the ex, trying to get children back still, more than likely here. With Lisa, Laura, but like, yeah, still fighting with the mother or the you see, if you're not relating to this and think, well, I haven't got a partner, you're looking inwardly on this. That's why the moon's in reverse. You look in on this reading to see what's going on in someone's life. This explains what goes on in their life. Okay, if you're watching for a person, this is what they've got going on with their mother and with their children and with their friends. Okay, let's see. So I'm watching as a mother what my child feels. Pissed off. Pissed off. Right? Let's see. Cancer. So 8. But we can work it out, right? I mean, are you listening to John Lennon? We can work on it, right? We can work this out. I'm sure we can. Some of you are working it out, like you're doing like gymnasium and all that kind of stuff. And we can work it out. So some of you are working on it, but you're just extremely curious. Like you're really curious about what is also going on esoterically as well. Okay, like worried about approaching something that is spiritual and esoteric of card readings. Okay. Some of you might be doing that yourself, but it's a very slow start. Okay, it's a very slow start to pick anything up. Okay. But don't forget it is also Christmas. Okay, it's also Christmas year, Christmas month. It's very difficult for people financially also. Okay, yeah, there is something here around like working on it, but one day at a time. Like it might be an independent thing that you have going on with yourself, where you're like, I'm taking one slow step for mankind. Buzz Aldrin and the moon, right? The man on the moon. One small step for mankind. Creates it one step at a time. Okay. One step closer to success. Of getting it out. So I want to slow down a little bit also with my workload. I can now have some time off. So, not time off, but I can slow down a little bit. Okay. So, some of you, the King of Cups is here. So, you're in love. Your love life could well be here. Okay. But there's a strange energy going on with the mother and the siblings here. But, you know, that's the bet the devil you know is the person that drives you the most crazy. But, like I said, this could be X that you've had children with, and this is the father of the children that's turned his back on it, right? Because the king has turned his back on this. There's someone that keeps wanting to work on it, but Okay, so you've also got a 9. You see, the same reading is coming up through what happened in the other reading here. Someone is stressed out and worried. They worry all of the time about what this king is doing. Like, what is this king up to? You got 2 9s. 2 9s. Oh God, I have something Gemini Capricorn energy. Show me the other person connected to Cancer, please. Oh, Jesus. So there's the 2, and there is the 6 of Pentacles. What? Someone is keeping somebody out of things that go on in their life. That's one message that I can tell you for a fact. Is that somebody is keeping personal affairs of things that go on in their life. They're keeping a lot of people out of it, which means that what they're doing is private between them and another person, which means this can also be counselling. Because this can be doctors, hospitals. I work at a doctor's, I work at hospitals, and I am that person. But it can also be where you are talking about medication and stuff like that, and you're talking to a counsellor privately about what's going on with you in your life. Okay, so that's one thing that this person could also be going through. But that might also be where something is being hidden from this energy, which is definitely a mother. Definitely what goes on in my life is being not told to people. Because the old saying is back in days at Thusla. But like, I don't know, is there a grandparent here that's trying to tell someone how to live their life? Back in days at Thusla, I tell you. Someone works for the elderly here. Well, listen, sweetheart, what you really want to do? You've got a Scott. The name's Scott. Jimmy Scott. Denise Scott. Denise. Penny. I'm also hearing Denny or Denny Lane or Penny Lane. Also, Penny Lane, you're in my ears, you're in my heart. Anyway, so let's have a look. There is something that is not being told to the other person. Okay. Your whole message was also about questioning one's reality. Okay. Is it true or is it false? Libra. Is it true or is it false? The moon in reverse. 9. Is it true? Is it false? Is it true? Is it false? It could be a feeling. Okay. But it could also be someone that's getting fed up and frustrated by having to keep explaining to someone all of the time. So they lock themselves away to be quiet. They don't want to tell you. They don't want to talk about it. Okay. But they would talk about it with someone else. That's what I'm saying. Some parents in life or siblings, they get jealous the fact that I've had this my whole life. That you can actually talk to a friend or a person. Like you can pick someone you think, you know what, I can really vibe with you. I can talk to you about fucking anything, right? Because I get on really well with you and I find that I can talk to you about anything that I like. Because I care about you. So I can tell you anything. Okay, I can speak to you very freely. But then you get people in life of others that get very jealous because they can talk to someone, but they don't want to talk to the other person. So sometimes a mother can be like, well, you always lock yourself away and you go upstairs and you do whatever you like and you don't speak to me. But then you go and speak to your friends that way. And you're like, yeah, because they're my fucking friends, bruv. What do you not get about that? Like, I've had that. So, like, you know, I've had a fucking really weird dynamic with a parenting situation that has been that obsessive that because of control and the whole life situation, right, of family, hugely being a Pisces man, I've been gaslit my whole fucking life, so I know what it's like. Especially also having it in the 4th house as well, right? So, like, I've had this where I've shut down emotionally and fed up with all the gaslighting, narcissism and arguments and fucking else, and you just can't get through to a person. No matter what you do of the North and South action, y'all just can't never get on the same page. No matter what you do, you can't get on the same page. You can pick any sibling you want out of your hat here, Cancer. Brother, sister, anybody, just pick anyone, right? And then when you decide, say if it's a mother, and you decide, okay, I can really speak to that person, and you do, and they hear you doing that, speaking the way that you don't speak to them, they find that extremely insulting that you can express your feelings and your emotions to people, but you just will not do that to this person. So they get jealous the fact that you can express vocabulary of speaking to people, but you, like me for instance on here, right, I can speak and talk for fucking days where people get pissed off of it because I end up talking about myself like I did in the Aquarian reading. But that was a message for someone as well, right? But I can talk for days and I can talk people's ear off. But there are certain people in my life that I would not divulge and speak to at all. Would not. No. Because I know them. Bet the devil you know is the person that you know. Okay? So you wouldn't do that. But when you don't and they hear you physically speaking to other people, like acting... Like, you know, I've been in a crowd of people and I've had friends there, and like I'm acting like, these are all my friends and we're having a really good time. When I got questioned by that other person, well, you fucking had a really good time with them and you speak like them. I've never seen you act that way before. Why don't you do that with me? Because y'all got a fucking attitude that stinks, bruv. That's why. Oh, don't tell them that, because they won't like it, because you'll get into more of an argument. So what they do is they force you to push them out of their life because they have fear of anxiety, panic attacks about being left alone. So they're codependent. 9 is a huge codependent energy, and you got it twice. Okay, it's purgatory. It never reaches a state of a conclusion of coming to what the answer is. What is the answer to this dynamic? Nothing. Okay, let's keep doing it because we're family. No, that's not fair. Okay, so let's just keep doing that and going around the same cycle that puts you in purgatory between heaven and hell. You can never get out of it. That's why it is a huge family situation as well for a lot of you. Because it is a marriage, a divorcee, children, can't get through, can't get the other person to explain, just cannot get them to open up physically or emotionally, can't find out answers of what's going on in their life. Same as a mother. Can't seem to get through to my children to stop them from doing things that I don't want them to do. And because they do what they like, I don't like it because I am also extremely codependent on them. Okay. So y'all got a huge dynamic here. And I know the cards don't look too bad, but I can really feel it in my fingers. Someone's getting wet. Also here, and regret. They regret something. Marguerite. I regret it. You'll regret this. You will regret it. If you push me any further out of your life, you will regret this. I think there's a huge sibling row here. If you keep pushing me out, you'll regret it. And then someone starts to threaten the other person in their argument state. In their argumentative state, the further the person actually pushes you out, it annoys the other person. It does. This person they could thrive off information. Like, they thrive off... Because you really could be dealing with an air sign. Right? And they thrive off... Like, Geminis can be like this a lot as well. They thrive off information. They are information gatherers. Libra are also information gathering. All air signs thrive off info. When some signs in their placements do not have that information to go off, it fucking flips them out. They don't have the answer to it. They don't have the information that they want about other people. And when they can't find that out, it drives them nuts because they don't know what's going on in their life. They like to stick their nose into your life. That fucking annoys the shit out of you. And the more you close down, the more they can't find out what's going on. So it drives them crazy because they thrive off other people's information. Or they thrive off other people's businesses, just like the Kardashians or whoever they're called. Making money off other people's ideas. Fucking, I didn't know the Kardashians were until it popped up on my YouTube, and then I realised, holy fucking shit. That is a family that has physically ripped off other people's ideas and made an absolute fortune by what? Other people's stuff? Really? Is this stealing energy coming back here again, around stealing people's ideas? Bouncing and grabbing off other people's stuff in order to make it yourself? That's not a self-made person also. Depending on the circumstance. But trust me, when any of that... If this is coming through this Aquarian reading anywhere... When you work online, when you do things online, you're behind a camera. And people seem to think that they know you. They actually think that they know you because they see you talking and speaking every day, and they form this opinion against you because you give information. When they don't like that, when they don't like the information that they've been given, you can have people that go fucking absolutely schizophrenic. They go mad. I'll give you a quick one before we finish. I had this reading once, probably about 6 years ago, right now, about 6 years ago now. And I did this reading for this person, and it really wasn't a very good reading at all. Like, there was a lot of control there. There was a lot of Seven of Swords, and I did a good reading for the person. I told them pretty much what was going on. This person contacted me like 5 years later, via an email, sent me an email like 5 years later. What is it that you're doing behind the scenes? Ever since you did that reading, you've been doing witchcraft against me. Since you did that reading, my whole life is fucking gone to pot. The fact that you're doing something, what is it that you're doing? You're holding me, you're doing witchcraft. And it was the person. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, who the fuck is that? Like, I really don't know this person at all. So I got curious, and I started going through, like, all of my PayPal transactions and started to go through all of my videos trying to find out this person's name. And it happened to be like 3 to 4 years ago that I did this reading for this person. And I looked at it and thought, because I had to watch it myself, and I was like, and there was nothing wrong really with that reading. Like, all the advice was pretty much spot on. Like, the situation of control was advice of like what you could probably do, but you know, the person went absolutely schizophrenic at me like 4 or 5 years later, thinking I was actually doing something behind the scenes. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all don't know people, like clients and people and stuff like that, or people that float all around YouTube. Y'all got fucking no idea who some of these people can be, bruv. Like, you know, like, oh dear. But yeah, funny story, but true one. That's what I said. Some people, when they get info, they don't like the info that they get. It's related to your reading. They dig for that much info that when they get that info, that's not enough. It's not satisfactory. You know, I'm digging for info and I'm finding out more and more and more as I go along, but I never seem to get to that stage where I've found enough info out. You know, it's a 9 energy. No matter how much I find out, it's not enough. I need more. I need to crave more info about it first. That's why a 9 can also be very much stuck, like a Pisces. It's the opposite of a Pisces. Can be very stuck by, I'm still not got enough info. I still haven't found out enough things yet. Like, I still haven't discovered anything. But a 9 never does get to that 10. They always feel that they have to keep proving to the energy to keep doing the same. When you get locked into that circumstance, that's like marriages, you know, family dynamics, that no matter what you do, the person's information that they ask for, whether they find it out or whether they don't, it's still not good enough. You still cannot seem to like give them what they want. It doesn't. It's like it's never enough. Like you, like financially, physically, emotionally, whatever you do for them, it's not like received as, oh my God, I can't believe that you're doing that for me. Like, you know, that was enough. That's brilliant. You know, they'll eventually come back for wanting more, like Timothy. Right, please sir, can I have some more? If I want some more, like, you know, I need more. Like, it's like a drug addict as well, you know, gets codependent. 9 is an addict as well. Codependency, you know, I want more, I need more, I'm craving more, I still haven't found out enough info yet, I still don't feel like it's finished, like I'm still stuck to the energy of purgatory, I'm still got more to learn. You end up getting in this tit for tat. Anyway, sorry, enough with your, that's all I can really work out, is just the advice at the moment, but you can take it or leave it. Cancer, so that's your reading so far, guys. If you want to join, it'll be the full access bundle only, and we'll try and find out more about what could well be going on in this dynamic. It could still be a same reading. The Gemini reading was one and also both. It was a very descriptive, in-depth reading, the Gemini one was. And then we look into thoughts and feelings from your partner. Okay, but if you want to join, you can follow the links provided below. It's the full access bundle only. If you've already joined, follow the app. If not, then just follow the link, okay, and see if you want to join. So it's a full access bundle only. Any like, share, comment, subscription would really go very well. If you hit the dislike, make sure you hit it twice. And all that kind of stuff, okay? So thanks very much, Cancer. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.